Welcome back to the show, and now let us get right into it. Metal artists are very rare to come across, but when you do encounter one, be rest assured that the artworks they produce will definitely impress you. We traveled all the way to Gilgil town, deep in the heart of Nakuru County, where we met an artist who goes by the name Kamau Njoroge, and honestly speaking, he has got to be one of the best metal artists I have ever interacted with. Let us see if you concur. Take a look at this. We find Kamau Njoroge at his station, armored in his welding hood and armed with his welding machine, busy at work crafting his next masterpiece. Unlike most metal artists, Kamau incorporates an upcycling approach to his work, where he utilizes scrap metal and other waste metal materials to create his art.
I've been a painter for some time. I did a BA in Fine Art at KU and practiced painting and design for quite some time. And then my passion in metalwork started rising in me. And then I went for shopping for where to learn metalwork. And then I landed in Komboni. My dad had high hopes, had thoughts about Komboni, so he brought me here. I liked the place. And so I joined metalworks and fabrication. When I started welding, I thought I needed to keep practicing my welding skills. I didn't know even that I would be using scrap metal. So you can't buy an 18-foot long metal piece to practice your welds. So my thought was, I use scrap metal because that will be locally available and will be cheap, so I can start welding. And I didn't just want to weld anything, because I don't want to weld and then just throw it away. That will be throwing away my sweat. So I decided I make a template of an African map, and that's why I'll be practicing my weld. So even if it's a bad weld, it's a good map of Africa. So that's how I started. I use spark plugs, I use everything is waste. I don't buy new materials. If it's new metal at the moment, I'm not buying. I'm just dealing with scrap metal. So I go shopping in the junkyard. And also from bigger projects, the metal that is waste, that is what I use. So spark plugs, I love spark plugs. Never go wrong with anything. In everything you do, spark plugs are amazing. The bearings that are not viable for the motorcycles, they go to this kind of sculptures. And gas burners, some old scissors, and some other tools that are thrown away. They help in giving variety, and the sculpture is dynamic. I'm still an amateur in the welding game because I started last year, and but now as I'm continuing doing this, the people who are most into recycling, the artists and the exhibitors who love recycling stuff are loving my work. So now I think it is now becoming a theme inside my work.
Models of bicycles, mosquitoes, Formula 1 cars, and much more, you name it, and Kamau has probably welded it already.
My catalog as an artist is I started in the experimentation stages. I found some bearings and I thought they would make some really nice bikes. So I started making some motorcycles, and people are loving the motorcycles, and they're being bought easily. So I'm able to buy materials, and I plow back into the business. Because when I go to buy metal, it's 100 kgs, 100 bob per kg. It is not expensive, but if I'm buying every day without selling, it becomes expensive. But the motorcycles, many people are loving them as deco and as toys for their kids. So when they're bought, I'm able to go and then buy other stuff. So I have the motorcycles, and after the motorcycles, somebody told me I would like a wine holder, and you just do something. I like this motorcycle, but do something that can be a wine holder. So I made a tuk-tuk, and it became a wine holder. So very many people are loving also the wine holder, the tuk-tuk wine holder, and I'm still trying to experiment on other things. Right now, I'm trying on human figures. I'm doing some miniature golf players. That is what what is challenging my mind at the moment. I would like to make like a very nice trophy, a golf trophy, because I saw a certain bank is doing is holding golf tournaments, and they don't have a nice trophy. So I thought the golf people have money and they don't have a good trophy. I will solve their problem.
From the junkyard, the artist handpicks his materials, which end up at his workstation, where he unleashes his creativity to make the showpieces.
The process now, we get some scrap metal. I go do a sketch of the African map to size, depending on the size that I want. And then the pieces that are talking to me in that piece, or depending on what I want to communicate using that piece, that is what I join. But most of the other smaller pieces, I can go to the junkyard or just somewhere, and then I could see a small metal, and I see this is like a head, and then everything else starts joining from that piece. That's how most of my sculptures do. One piece, and then it starts asking for others. But it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Once you find that one piece, the others just find a way of bringing themselves together.
Needless to say, dealing with metal comes with the challenges of bulkiness and corrosion.
Bulkiness is something major, because in this location, I can't sell my artworks for top dollar. But in art galleries, majorly in Nairobi, at the moment I'm in an exhibition at the gallery. You should go visit at the gallery and see some of the works. And the exhibition is a show funny. Everything is about recycled waste. To take my works there, it's very cumbersome because it's heavy. So I'm thinking of getting like a pickup or like a 1200 to carry my work. That is what is my goal, my short-term goal. Get a small Datsun 1200 that will be able to carry my works. For rust, when I'm getting the scrap, it's already rusted, but I use that as a patina. So what I'm doing, I'm using varnish and wood treatment, or that is wood treatment, but there are also some metal treatments that you apply. Like if you look at this one, it's shiny. That is the varnish. When I apply the varnish, it coats the metal and it can't continue rusting. But for some other pieces, I would like them to rust, so that in like 100 years, maybe we can see the extent of how much the rust can eat the artwork. Maybe it will be like 50, 100 years. I would like to see that. For some, I apply the coating of varnish so that it cannot rust. For some, I'm planning on leaving them just as they are so that they can rust and we can see them patina and age and see how it happens.
The artist has gotten used to people who are always awed by his artworks, which, frankly speaking, wouldn't elicit any other reaction.
Watu wako amazed, especially the old welders, the old skilled, the ones that are doing their stuff but are in the line of doors and windows. When they come to where I'm working, they are so amazed. They really appreciate that I'm using their waste. Even some of them are asking me to come take their waste from their workshop. So I think in the near future, I won't have to buy this scrap metal, because even for the motorbikes, the spoons and the forks, some people who have some spoons that they're not using, they're offering that scrap to me to go do whatever I will with the scrap.
It would be Kamau's dream to have his very own metal sculptures and monuments mounted in our cities and counties.
At the moment, everybody is my customer. If you have a kid, I'm making toys, and that is at the moment my main market. But as I grow bigger, I think I would like to do business with governments, and county governments, national governments, where we're building huge monuments in the streets and in the cities, something of that nature. On my Facebook is Kamau Njoroge. On my Instagram is Kamau Njoroge. On Twitter, Kamau Njoroge. My phone number, where my WhatsApp is 0728 798 021. You can find me at Komboni Polytechnic, and also there is a workshop where I work, where I do my works. It's called Ndekyo Inspired Art in Gilgil. So that there you can find more of my works, and I appreciate the opportunity.
That there is metal art redefined with a touch of upcycling and a lot of creativity.